Hello, 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 hello. Wait for a few people to get on. Hello, 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 hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm drinking my water right here. So I want to get on for about 10 minutes and give you 3 secrets. Okay, 3 secrets to losing fat. 3 secrets to losing fat. And I talk about this in my How to Lose Belly Fat on strategies and ways to implement a couple of the things that I'm going to talk about. So if you want to check that out, click the link in the bio. It's the first link in my link tree. Click the link in the bio. But yes, that's a good one. That I live by that. I don't eat meat personally. I actually also think that there's bio-individuality. So I think really what I think everyone should do in 2023 is do what's best for them. Like, do what feels good for your body. So I like to be an experimenter. So if there's something that I eat and I'm like, this just doesn't feel right, like it's taking my body a long time to digest, I'll do like a purge of that for 3 months, like a 90-day. I always feel like 90 days is a really good amount of time to experiment on something. And then I'll evaluate if that worked for me. I think a lot of times people will say, well, the new thing is a keto. The new thing is the nomad diet. The new thing is the ancestral diet. The new thing is eat to your blood type. The new thing, and it's like, it's like we're switching our diet every 2 weeks. Pick something. That's such an interesting, such an interesting comment that this person keeps getting. So yeah. Literally, you have to try things out for yourself. So I one day just stopped eating meat because I just was like, why am I eating it? I don't like it. It doesn't feel good in my body, and never went back. And that worked for me. That worked for me. So for other people, like I've read stories about people that went vegan or plant-based, and they literally like had to damn near get hospitalized. Thank you. So you really have to check into what feels good to you. How does your gut feel when you eat things? And the reason why a lot of those people almost got hospitalized, I actually worked with a girl one time where she went vegan, plant-based, and she literally got hospitalized, and is because she wasn't having enough protein. Like the thing is, like all these fad diets, like they're not methods of dieting. Taking any calls at the moment because I'm just hopping on here for a second. And by a second I mean like 10 minutes. But yeah, a lot of people that are plant-based and vegan or vegetarian, they don't have enough protein. They just don't have enough protein. So, and I was one of those people, and it just didn't affect me significantly, but I caught it in time to actually start to implement protein. So I'll make sure, like I'll eat almonds specifically just to have 8 grams of protein, and then I'll have my 30 grams of protein in a shake, and then I'll have a protein bar, and then I'll make sure to have my helping of quinoa to get my protein in there. And then later on, so like I've had a shape shift the way that I think about, and I talk about this in my How to Lose Belly Fat. And if you click the link in my bio, if you want to dive deeper into it, but like you have to make sure that you are doing what feels best for your body. So once I was like, I'm not having enough protein, I really had to dig in. I had to take a day and research all fruit, vegetables, and nuts that have the highest amount of protein, and then I just incorporated all those into my life. So every day, like when I have almonds now, I don't think of like, oh, I'm having almonds like because I want a snack all day. I'm having almonds because I need the protein. So I think about things like it's a supplement now. So I had to change my mindset. In order to, like, you know how we all learned, and again, I'm from the older millennial time, and we learn from the food pyramid, which I'm sure, I'm assuming it's still out there for kids. I'm just doing some things with blocking, but, and you know, everything was surrounded around meat. So it's like you had your meat, and then it was like you had your grains and your vegetables. And I had to say, you know what? Like, my protein shake is now in the place of the meat. So now when I think about my lunches and my dinners, now it's like filled with fruits and vegetables, or like red potatoes, right? So I had to like literally remove the fact that meat wasn't in that spot anymore. So yeah, it's a very interesting journey, but that works for me, right? Like, that may not work for everybody. That may be torture for other people, where they're like, no, like, I want to surround my plate around the salmon, or surround my plate around the steak. So that works for them, because meat probably feels good in their body. Meat doesn't feel good in my body. So again, be an experimenter, try things out for 90 days, then evaluate. That's what I've done. That's what I suggest. Don't hop around from diet to diet without like really giving it a shot. I also do really well with high fat. So avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, peanut butter. Like, when I have those things, and also, you know, any kind of nut. I'm not allergic to any kind of nuts. So all of those kinds of fats work really well for me. So I make sure to surround what I'm, my day of eating around protein and fat. Okay. So, one thing, a couple like secrets I wanted to give away from the book, that I think are valuable is, number one, if you're trying to lose fat around your stomach area, right? And this is, again, if you're someone that's like, you know, I feel great about how I look, awesome. Drop some tips in the comments. But if you're like, I have no idea where to start, like, what do I do? Ditch doing abs for a while. Don't do these. If you're at the gym and you're hitting these, like, ooh, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna, you know, my waist is about to be snatched for 2023. Ditch the abs for a while. Yes, that does build your abdominal muscles, but that's not going to get the fat off of the top of the abdominal muscles. Okay, so instead of doing crunchies just like this, do HIIT cardio workouts. So a really, really good one that I do every single week is ball slams. Literally take a weighted ball. They're usually called medicine balls. They usually have them at most gyms. You can also get them on Amazon. Take a medicine ball. It should be at least 10 pounds, and just slam it. Like, if you just type in how to do ball slams, millions of videos will pop up. So ball slams is, it's literally working your entire body, and you're burning fat from your entire body, which will start to hit the fat. So because it's your entire body, you're also hitting your midsection. So that'll start to get the fat off of the top of your abs, because someone, may like have, like, you may push in, like, on your stomach, and you're like, wow, my stomach's actually really hard through the fat. And it's like, well, how do I get rid of the fat? Right? That's on top of it. So that's one really good way. And then number two, if you have a really crazy sugar craving, or you're just finding that you really crave a lot of carbs, I would start to introduce fermented things into your diet to get some good bacteria going on in your system. So apple cider vinegar, again, you know, consult a doctor, make sure you do your own research, but apple cider vinegar is something that has really worked for me. I do a smaller, like, not even a teaspoon. I do like half a teaspoon in the morning and in the evening, on an empty stomach, and it helps, the sugar levels from spiking. So it kind of keeps your insulin, like, there's many studies, you can look this up. Of course, there's always going to be counter studies. So you have to, you know, use your own discernment. Again, turn into an experimenter, turn into your own scientist. But I have had family members that have used apple cider vinegar, and I've also researched the studies on it as well, and it aligns with what I've seen and what I'm reading and how I'm feeling. So apple cider vinegar in the morning and in the evening, and it keeps the blood sugar levels at a decent, like it doesn't do this like spike. So try that out again for 90 days. Maybe you might want to, apple cider vinegar is very potent, so you want to maybe just do it like once a week, and then maybe build up to twice a week, and then build up to, and just see how it goes. So that's number 2. And then